Did you know that there is a country that has no river at all? Yes, not one river anywhere. A whole big country with millions of people, yet no single river flows through it. This country is Saudi Arabia. As you all know, almost every country has at least one river, but Saudi Arabia is different. It's full of desert and dry land. Now you may ask, why is that? Saudi Arabia is one of the driest places in the world. The weather there is very hot and it hardly rains. But when it rains, it doesn't last long. The water quickly disappears into the sand. That is why there is no river, only dry valleys called wadis. A wadi looks like a river, but it only has water for a few hours after heavy rain. So after that, everything becomes dried again. Now, how do people in Saudi Arabia survive without rivers? How do they get water to drink and to farm? Let me break it down. First, they use underground water. Yes. Deep under the desert, there is this old water that has been there for thousands of years. They drill deep into the ground to bring that water up, and that's what they use for farming and for daily life. But that water is not endless. One day it can finish. Secondly, they use desalination method. This means they take water from the sea and then remove the salt. The salty seawater will now become clean and safe to drink. And that is why Saudi Arabia has some of the biggest desalination plants in the world. In fact, more than half of their drinking water comes from the sea. Yes. And lastly, they use cloud seeding. Cloud seeding is a way to make it rain. Remember, like I said earlier, Saudi Arabia don't experience much rain like we do here in Africa. And if you live in Saudi Arabia, some of the rain you see are cloud seeding. Now, here's how it works. Scientists usually fly airplane into the sky and spray small particles like salt or silver iodide into the clouds. These particles help the clouds to produce rain. It doesn't always work though, but when it does, it helps a lot. So even though Saudi Arabia has no rivers or very little rain, they found a way to survive through science, technology, and hard work. Now think about it. If your own country suddenly had no river and no rain, how long do you think the country will survive? Drop your comment.